Hey there, MrQuora here. Welcome to another episode of Did You Always Wanted to Know? In today's video we will get to know about 9 terrifying technologies that will shape your future. In order not to make the video too long, this is going to be a 2-part video. Today in the first part, I will tell you about the first 5 terrifying technologies out of the 9, and in the part 2 of the video, I will tell you about the rest 4. Sounds interesting, isn't it? So why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, to encourage me to keep bringing such interesting videos for you. By the way, if you are new to this channel, please click that subscribe button, and do not forget to also click that bell icon as well, to get notifications of all our upcoming videos. Oh, by the way, if you subscribe to this channel and write subscribed in the comments below, I will give you a shout out, in one of my next videos. Now it is time to get started then. In the following decades, we will witness the emergence of new incredible and terrifying technologies. How scared should we really be? Let's find out. Since the first industrial revolution, mankind has been scared of future technologies. People were afraid of electricity. People were afraid of trains and cars. But it always took just 1 or 2 generations to get completely used to these innovations. It's true that most technologies caused harm in some ways, but the net outcome was usually good. This may be true for future technologies too, although there are serious ethical and philosophical reasons to be scared of some of them. Some of them shouldn't really scare us. Some of them should. And some of them are already shaping our world. Before we begin, I have to warn you, some of the things you will see in this video can be very controversial. I need you to approach this video with a very open mind, and acknowledge that the ideas I present here are just that, ideas. I hold no extreme or fixed views, nor do I claim to have the exact answers to ethical and philosophical questions. You may have completely different ideas, and that's totally fine. Number 1. Cryonics. Cryonics may seem very sci-fi, to be fair, everything in this story does, but it already exists. There are companies that freeze you as soon as you die, so you can be brought back to life when technology and medicine will be advanced enough. Seriously, you can buy your immortality now if you want. Here's a list of some celebrities that got frozen. James Bedford, Ted Williams, John Henry Williams, Dick Clare Jones. Some that are currently alive and want to be frozen are Seth MacFarlane, Larry King, Simon Cowell, Paris Hilton, Britney Spears. It's unclear when and whether these people will be unfrozen. The technology to freeze people is not perfect yet, and there can be irreversible damages that will never be fixed, but it's improving every year. On the other hand, the technology to unfreeze people doesn't exist yet. So why does it scare us? People who have chosen to freeze themselves carry a social stigma. Nowadays, the idea of freezing our dead bodies seems very Frankenstein-y to most people. People that choose to freeze themselves are often seen as deluded and cowards. They won't accept death. They want to cheat on the fact that God, or nature, or the universe, wanted them dead. Should we be scared? Not really. Do you know what else cheats death? CPR. The letter R literally stands for resuscitation. Do you know who else deludes themselves because they won't accept death? Come on, answer it yourself. I don't want to offend anyone. But the short answer is, no, we should not be scared. At least not for the reasons mentioned a little while ago. I think we should do anything possible to avoid death, period. Unless you are in a persistent vegetative state and have very good reasons to prefer death over useless suffering, even then, I would argue that future technologies could fix your condition. There is no reason why we should accept death. Life is very beautiful, I don't want it to end. Once you are already dead, what else do you have to lose? Maybe cryonics won't work. Maybe people who are currently frozen have been irreversibly damaged. But they made a no-lose bet. They could either choose to die for sure, or give themselves a small chance to survive. What do you think is the obvious choice? There is a serious problem, though. Hibernation is not cheap. When cryonics will become socially acceptable, more and more rich people will freeze themselves. Then it will be the turn of the middle class. And what about low-income people? We are used to saying that once we are dead, we are all the same, rich and poor. In the near future, this may not be true anymore, because only poor people will die. Nowadays, death is normal. Many of us have experienced the loss of a loved one, but we knew that they had to go eventually. But what will happen when death will not be normal anymore? When it will be avoidable? The suffering will be much greater, and the idea that we will have a class of immortals and a class of mortals is seriously very weird. Number 2. Personal decision makers. Do you ever sit in your room, pondering a decision for hours? Do you ever regret decisions? Do you ever make a good decision but you don't enjoy it because you think of what you have lost by not choosing the alternatives? I know I do, all the time. But that will end soon. Google and Facebook know you more than you know yourself. If optimal decisions are those that act in your best interest, isn't it obvious to think that these companies will one day make decisions for you? You won't need to make decisions anymore. Artificial intelligence will make every decision for you, like which job to take, which person to date, what to eat for lunch. So why does it scare us? Having to make decisions may be difficult and frustrating, but it's what makes us feel in control. It's that thing that gives us whatever we call free will. Society isn't ready yet to stop believing in the existence of free will, although this is slowly changing. But even for those of us who don't believe in free will, losing the ability to make decisions with our brains could be very demeaning. Especially if big corporations are those in control of decision-making algorithms. Should we be scared? Not really. I predict that we will learn to surrender our decision-making ability very soon. We are already doing it. We don't decide which series to watch, Netflix does. We don't decide which music to listen to, Spotify does. We don't decide which book to read, Amazon does. They make you feel in control of your decisions, because ultimately you are the one who clicks on the play button of the first episode of Stranger Things. But how could I know that you actually watched that series, if it was really your decision? We don't realize it, but corporations already drive our decision-making process with recommender systems. Yet we are often satisfied, because it works. Artificial intelligence is better than us at deciding what we like. Not making a decision directly doesn't deprive us of the satisfaction that it brings us. If anything, we will enjoy it more, because we can't regret decisions we never made. We probably can live a happy and fulfilled one even if we are not in control. The need for control is an illusion and a cultural thing. Society evolves fast with technology, and the concept of free will won't be relevant in the future. If we have to be scared of something, it's that someone can take advantage of this. Hackers and corporations themselves can manipulate our decisions for their own ends and we wouldn't even know it. If you think that you will retain your sense of control and will recognize when someone is trying to manipulate your decisions, think again. It has already happened, with the recent Cambridge Analytica scandal. Data has been used to manipulate voters with personalized ads. But still, people have manipulated people since the dawn of time. This problem would exist anyway, even without artificial intelligence decision makers. Number 3. Artist artificial intelligence. In 2018, this painting has been sold at an auction for $432,500. The artist is a generative adversarial network, GAN, a type of creative artificial intelligence. I personally think that the painting kind of sucks, but GAN has been used to create music, write fake news, and generate fake people. It won't be long before artificial intelligence will be used to create art better than humans. While most people claim that art should only be a human thing, because machines lack a soul, or a personality, in some cases they can't tell whether a piece of art has been created by a human or a machine. In other words, GAN has passed the art Turing test. So why does it scare us? We are now used to see artificial intelligence getting better than us at everything. Artificial intelligence is better than us at detecting cancer. Artificial intelligence is better than us at playing chess and Go. But come on, art? Artificial intelligence, will you give us a break? We can't still accept the fact that artificial intelligence can be a better artist than us. Art is something inherently human, right? It is emotional, passionate, profound, it's not logical and mathematical, right? It can't be done by calculating derivatives or using Bayes' theorem, right? If there was one thing in which we could be better than artificial intelligence, it was art. If even art is done better by artificial intelligence, what value do we humans have to offer? Should we be scared then? Maybe a little. It depends on how it plays out. On one side, people will enjoy more and better art. They will be used to artificial intelligence being good at making art and they will benefit from it. On the other side, human artists won't be able to compete with artificial intelligence. Nobody will prevent human artists from creating art. But it won't be seen or appreciated by other people. As an artist, you may like the process of making art, but if there is nobody to show it to, what's the point in doing it? There is one point in favor of human artists though. A good piece of art is defined by two factors: a strong emotional impact, and a strong message. Artificial intelligence can create the best emotional experience ever. But what about the message? Sure, artificial intelligence can deliver a message as well, but would it be relatable? A strong message should be drawn by personal experiences and observations. This is impossible to do for an artificial intelligence. Again, this doesn't mean that artificial intelligence can't deliver a message. It can deliver the best message ever, but it won't be authentic. People can't relate to it because it has no human experience. This is why, in the best case, people could decide to enjoy both artificial intelligence and human art. We may even not refer to both of them as art, because they will be two different things. One will be more emotion-oriented, the other will be more message-oriented. Number 4. Ultra-realistic sex robots. Since the dawn of humanity, we have invented spectacular things like languages, art, tools, science, and ways to please ourselves without having to recur to actual sex all the time. The first dildo is 28,000 years old, way older than agriculture and human societies. In a not-so-distant future, actually, it's already happening, we will be invaded by androids and gynoids. But it won't be a Terminator-like invasion. The only thing to invade will be our beds. Sex may actually be the only use for androids and gynoids. I don't see many other applications for humanoid robots. Soon these sex robots will be ultra-realistic. They will be physically indistinguishable from real human beings. Sex with robots will feel just like real sex, if not better. Artificial intelligence will make these robots able to perform various moves and bend in any conceivable position. You will be able to have sex in any way you ever wanted and satisfy your weirdest fetishes. Even more, sex robots will not only satisfy physical needs, but also emotional ones. You can talk with your sex robot about your problems, then cuddle, have sex and cuddle again. It will feel like a real person, an actual significant other, and you may even engage in a relationship with it. There are already some prototypes of sex robots with personalities. So why does it scare us? There are 3 main reasons why sex robots scare us. They can be hacked. This is a common problem with most of the technologies described here. Did you piss someone off? They don't have to get their hands dirty. All they have to do is reprogram your sex wife or husband to kill you. Maybe in a weird sex position so that it looks like an accident. They replace real human affection. Why would you even bother to find a real partner, when sex robots can satisfy both your physical and emotional needs? You can save money for dinner and use it to hire a robot prostitute or buy a personal sex robot on Amazon. They may lead us to extinction. Well, this is a direct consequence to the previous point. If you don't care about finding a partner, you won't have children. When sex robots will be common, we may all lose touch with reality. Also, sex robots will be way hotter than humans. If we get used to them, we may become unable to get physically attracted to other humans. We will become desensitized, just like porn addicts are. We will objectify human bodies even more. So should we be scared? Maybe a little. While these 3 problems may be concerning, it's unclear whether they will actually be that bad. The problem is that we often fail to understand that society evolves. Sex is a societal aspect as well as a biological one. Some cultures value monogamy, others value polygamy. Some cultures value physical attractiveness, others don't. Some cultures value homosexuality as a strength, others as a weakness. Sex robots will surely become common. But it doesn't necessarily mean it will be bad. Nowadays, there is a stigma around sex robots. A few decades ago, there was a stigma around internet porn. But today everybody visits Pornhub regularly without shame. The same is likely to happen with sex robots. As societal values will evolve, we may not see much difference between human-human relationships and human-robot ones, as long as our physical and emotional needs are fulfilled. I'm not saying that this will be certain or that I want it to be true, I'm just saying that this is a real possibility. It's society that evolves around technology, not vice versa. What about sex robots being hacked? Well, some of us have smart homes, and they can be hacked as well. A very smart and motivated hacker could kill you remotely with the objects you have in your room now, unless you are reading this from your bathroom. So the problem is not specific to sex robots. And what about extinction? Society will probably find some ways to keep producing babies. They may involve more in vitro fertilization than actual sex. And who knows, maybe robots will also be good parents. Again, I'm not saying that I like it. I'm just saying that, eventually, we or our children will. The major problem I personally see with this is love. Love is about wanting to make another person happy. How can there be love if the thing to make happy is an apathetic robot? If there is one sure positive outcome from this, it is that all crimes related to sex will be eliminated. There won't be human prostitution anymore. There won't be rape anymore. There won't be domestic abuse. Even pedophiles can get children robots. Before you hate me for that last sentence, what would you prefer? A pedophile having sex with a child robot, or a pedophile having sex with a real child? If I visited someone's home in 2040 and found a child robot there, I would still be sickened, but at least I would be relieved that that person wasn't anywhere near a real child. Number 5. Nanites. Nanites are nano-robots that one day will surround us everywhere. They would be too small to be visible, unless they are in swarms, but they would be everywhere. They would be in the air, in the water, on the surfaces, in our food, in our bodies, in our urine and feces. They would have a swarm intelligence and they would be able to replicate and adapt. They could be used to clean the environment, 3D print anything, cure most illnesses, explore other planets, control the weather, and do many other sci-fi things. So why does it scare us? Would you trust millions of tiny and smart robots in your own body? I didn't think so. The reason is always the same. Hacking. Whoever controls the nanobots, controls everything. Despite the fact that a decentralized system would be more resilient than a centralized one, a smart virus would be enough to destroy just about anything. Just program one nanobot to replicate its code in other nanobots and destroy itself after an hour. And watch the world collapse. Then should we be scared? Probably. Hacking will always be an issue. But one thing is hacking a bank account, another is hacking the air, the ocean, the buildings, human bodies. All it would take is one smart, motivated, angry person to destroy the world. On the other hand, security grows together with hacking techniques. A technology as advanced as nanites is expected to be safe and secure. This is not enough to guarantee that nanites won't destroy us, but I don't think that would be the case. I think that many other things could destroy us far before nanites will. Well, those were 5 of the 9 terrifying technologies that will shape your future. The rest 4 we will discuss in the part 2 of the video. The link to the part 2 of the video in the description below. Hope you liked today's video. If you did, please like and share this video. Also, if you are new to this channel, then please consider subscribing to watch similar videos in future. Thanks for watching today. So until my next video, take care, stay safe and goodbye.